From ancient medical texts to modern parliamentary chambers, the legal status of abortion constantly shifts. For centuries, societies grappled with complex questions of life, autonomy, and morality. Now, the United Kingdom finds itself at a pivotal moment, shaping its future while global trends pull in different directions. Historically, common law in England and Wales did not criminalize abortion until quickening. But the 19th century brought radical change. Lord Ellenborough's Act in 1803 criminalized the procedure, even imposing capital punishment in some cases. The Offences Against the Person Act of 1861 solidified this. It made procuring an abortion a felony. This pushed desperate women towards dangerous, illegal procedures for decades. Pressure for reform mounted in the mid-20th century. In 1967, Parliament passed the Abortion Act. This landmark legislation allowed legal abortions if two doctors agreed that continuing the pregnancy posed risks to the woman's life, physical or mental health. It also allowed it if the child would be born with severe abnormalities. It also ensured free provision through the NHS in Great Britain. The 1967 Act initially set a 28-week gestational limit, but medical science evolves. By 1990, advances in neonatal care led Parliament to amend the Act, reducing the general time limit to 24 weeks for most grounds. For cases with extreme risk to the woman's life or severe fetal abnormality, no time limit remained. This acknowledged profound individual circumstances. Northern Ireland carved its own distinct legal path. Devolution meant the 1967 Act did not apply, leaving the region under older, stricter laws. This forced thousands to travel to England for legal procedures. Political instability led Westminster to intervene in 2019 and 2020. They repealed old criminal prohibitions and introduced more liberal regulations. These included abortion on request in the first 12 weeks, marking a profound regional shift. Recent years brought significant change. The widespread adoption of telemedicine for early medical abortions. Initially temporary during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Pills by Post scheme allowed women to receive and take both abortion pills at home for pregnancies up to 10 weeks. This innovation proved safe and effective, with most abortions in England and Wales now performed medically in early stages. Then came the latest historic development in June 2025. The United Kingdom Parliament voted to end prosecution for women who self-manage abortions. This amendment removes criminal penalties under the 1861 Act. It ensures women no longer face legal action for ending their own pregnancies outside of formal medical settings. It marks a significant shift from criminal punishment to healthcare. Globally, abortion law reveals a complex, often contradictory picture. Some nations, like El Salvador, maintain near-total bans, even criminalizing miscarriages. Yet, nearly 60% of the world's population lives where abortion is legal on request or for socioeconomic reasons. Early legalization appeared in the Soviet Union in 1920, with major liberalization waves sweeping Europe later, driven by safety concerns and evolving human rights dialogues. Across the Atlantic, the United States saw its own dramatic shifts. The landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision established a constitutional right to abortion nationwide, based on privacy. But after nearly 50 years, this ruling was completely overturned in 2022. That decision came from Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. This returned the power to regulate or even ban abortion to individual states. This created a patchwork of laws, a stark contrast to the United Kingdom's recent moves. In a striking counterpoint to the American experience, France took a groundbreaking step in 2024. It became the first country to explicitly protect abortion rights in its constitution. This move solidifies reproductive freedom as a fundamental constitutional right, reflecting a distinct legal and philosophical approach to the issue. The history of abortion law is rarely linear, often reflecting societal values, medical advancements, and political will. From ancient practices to modern legal battles, the debate continues to evolve. While the United Kingdom has taken significant steps towards treating abortion as a healthcare matter, rather than a criminal offense, the global dialogue remains dynamic. It is shaped by differing views on autonomy, morality, and the role of the state.